We all headed to our first training together in Finland. Excitement was high as we had watched the previous matches a couple of weeks earlier. We had to change our training venue because the Switzerland team arrived the night before with some issues with their luggage, so we ended up playing at the backup ground. Everyone had a bat and a bowl, and excitement was high. We're really looking forward to the coming 4 games against a couple of the unknown teams like Norway, Czech Republic, France and Switzerland. We hadn't played them before previously, and we're really excited to see what the next couple of days brought. So heading into the first match against Norway, we arrived at the Kerava ground nice and early. Everyone was excited. We did a huge warm-up and everyone was pumped and ready to go. No one knew much about Norway, but on the other hand, no one knew too much about us either. We had high hopes and we're looking forward to playing against a team we hadn't played against before. Iceland won the toss and we chose to bat first. We went in with visions of getting 140 to 150 runs. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out that way. Only Ali Masood was able to really trouble the scorers with a good score of 44. Unfortunately, the rest of the batters couldn't match Ali's score, and we struggled to get to a total of about 101. And we all felt that was a little bit short, but on the other hand, we didn't really know what Norway had, so we went into defending the total with our eyes wide open. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. The Norway batting was exceptionally strong, and they chased down the total with about 10 overs to spare. It was a little bit disappointing that we got beaten by 10 wickets in the first game we played, but it also showed us that the step up for international cricket from domestic was a big one, and we had to regroup ourselves pretty fast for our next match that was coming up. We had a team meeting that night, and we decided that although the following day was our rest day, that we should hit the nets and regroup to make sure that we can focus on the remaining 3 matches. We went for a 2-hour training session at Tikkurila where we went through some drills and hopefully would iron out some deficiencies that we saw on day 1 against Norway. Norway had a couple of spinners and we failed to really progress the run rate against them, so we spent a lot of time on playing against spin drills, playing down straight and playing in the V. On July 27, Estonia came up against Switzerland. This time we had a special guest within the ranks. Mr. Brett Lee had come across from Australia to watch us play again. In the morning, Brett helped us with some drills along with Coxie, our coach, and we were fully pumped, ready to go. We lost the toss, so we got put into bowl, and Switzerland started off at a relatively slow rate, and we thought we were in with a pretty decent shot. Unfortunately though, we dropped the opener a couple of times and he went on to score a big 100. At about the 15 over mark, we were well on target, but they kicked away the last 5 overs, so they ended up scoring about 70-80 runs. Switzerland ended up bumping their total to 173 for 4, and we figured that was about 30 or 40 runs more than what you should have got them. However, against Finland earlier in June, we nearly chased down the big target, so we had high hopes and we went out in attacking formation to try to chase this target down. Things didn't go too well as we lost 3 wickets for 2 runs, and Stu Hook and Ali Masood were left there to try to rebuild the innings to see what we could do with some sort of miracle. The positive thing to come out of that innings, that was the last wickets that were lost, and Stu and Ali ended up taking the score from 3 for 2 to 3 for 142. It was a 140 run partnership, unbeaten partnership. It was the third highest, fourth wicket partnership in T20 international cricket, and it was a bit of a highlight to the day on top of having Brett Lee around. And all of a sudden we thought our fortunes had turned, and our eyes then moved forward to our next game versus the Czech Republic on July 28th. As we come into our third match on July 28th against the Czech Republic, both teams have yet to score a victory, and both teams are eyeing off each other as the first victory of the tournament. Czech Republic batted first and got off to a steady start without setting the world on fire. In the middle order, there's a young fella who's got 1,000,000 miles an hour, but we ended up getting him out before he cost us too many runs. Habib Khan, 4 for 16, was star with the bowling. Czech Republic ended up being bowled out for 135, and we thought we were in with a real shot to chase this down. Our first 10 overs were not as fast as what we would have liked, and we were forever behind the 8 ball then. We ended up getting bowled out for 93, including a hat-trick against us. We fell about 40 runs short, which is a little bit disappointing, but like the other games, we felt like we were in this match with a chance to win, but we just were not able to come across and get the victory by the end of the match. Our last match was against France. France ended up hitting 7 for 183. In that innings, we managed to take 5 wickets in the 1 over, which is a great comeback, and Habib himself got himself a hat-trick. Well done, Habib. In the chase, there was 2 rain delays, and we ended up falling 25 runs short, which was a pretty good result, as the match could have been a wipeout. Estonia ended up losing all 4 matches, but once again in each of the matches we were in with a real shot to win, and moving forward we think we can grab our first victory very soon. As we didn't win a match, we weren't involved in the finals day, so the team got together during the afternoon, did a few photo shoots, did a bit of debriefing, and we were headed to the tournament dinner to meet up with the other teams. Congratulations to the teams that won in the finals, and all the best for your future cricketing endeavours, and we hope to cross paths at some stage soon.